Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. And we are going to be looking at this fascinating delving into the science of genetics in a Sudoku puzzle today. And I exaggerate considerably, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. It's a really interesting idea, I think, and I'm looking forward to giving that a try. But first of all, I do want to mention our Patreon competition, which runs until the 20th of the month. It's based on equal sum lines, and it's been proving very popular, as indeed at a higher level has the Build Your Own Sudoku pack by Quinlux, which is also available on Patreon. If you haven't tried these, do consider joining Patreon or downloading them if you are already on Patreon. And you can also check the links under our video where you can find all our apps, which are now, I believe, fully updated. If you have already bought them, update them, and there should be now 100 puzzles in all of them, which is great. We were very pleased to get to that point finally, and to fulfill the requirements of those apps. And that will lead us soon to be able to release more, which is great. So loads of stuff going on around the channel. Do check the links on the description field. First one though is to this puzzle by Angelo. Now we've done a couple of puzzles by Angelo in the last couple of months, and very interesting they've been too. And this is clearly a very different theme here. So I'm going to read the rules. The rules are in 2 paragraphs. Normal Sudoku rules apply, and the genetics content is this: each digit in the grid has each digit full stop for each Sudoku digit has 2 properties. The first property is being odd or even. Obviously 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 are odd, 2, 4, 6, 8 are even. The second property is being either low, which is 1, 2 and 3, medium 4, 5 or 6, or high 7, 8 or 9. Fair enough. Now each cell that is directly connected to 2 cells in the row above it is considered a child of those 2 cells, which are the parents. And each child can be formed by taking a property of one parent and taking the other property of the other parent, bearing in mind that the 2 properties are height and parity. And so Angelo's given some examples. Parents with values 2 and 5, so let's put 2 and 5 here. They could have a 6 as a child, and the 6 would be getting its even property from the 2 and its medium property from the 5. So that's possible. Also, parents with values 1 and 5 can have a 1 as a child. So 1 is not giving birth to itself, it's giving birth to another 1. And obviously the low digit, the low parent is the 1, and therefore the odd parent is the 5. Even though 1 is odd, 5 is acting as the parent that gives the parity property, because one parent gives one property and the other gives the other. And then there's also parents with values 3 and 8, so let's put those here, could have 2 children with the values 9 and 7. So let's just stick them that way around. So for both of those 7 and 9, they'd be getting the high property from 8 and the odd property from 3. But they could also have 2 children with the values 2 and 7. And there the 2 would be getting low from the 3 and even from the 8. And the 7 would be getting odd from the 3 and high from the 8. So those are examples of how it works. It's a little complicated to listen to, but I think it makes a lot of sense, especially if one ever has studied any genetics, which I haven't, of course. I've done basic Grigor Mendel pea breeding genetics or whatever it was, but not much else, and blue-brown eyes and so on. Anyway, do give this a try, because I think it's an absolutely fascinating idea. I don't know how the puzzle's going to work out at all. This could be very hard or very easy. I haven't a clue. But Angelo is a good constructor, so I think we can expect to enjoy it. Now, I'm going to just restart my clock so I know what time I'm going along at, and let's get cracking. So, let's start with this 4, 9, which are both children of these 2 cells. So, we need a high digit and an even digit here. So if 7 is... but they're both are children. Right. So hang on. Do we need... Is there a high digit and an even digit that can give birth? Oh, no. We also... Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm just trying to work out how we see this. Are there parents that can give birth giving the same properties? No, these don't have the same properties, so they're going to need different properties from different parents. That's surely the point. If you had 9 and 7 as I don't know where to put them. Let's put them here. 9 and 7, I'm just thinking about this, as children. Oh, that's not the right place. Let's put them here. 9 and 7 as 2 children of the same parents. Well, they could come from 8 and an odd number and be giving the same properties to both children, but they can't be here. They have to be giving different properties. So we're going to need a medium digit that is odd and a high digit that is even, and they have to be 8 and 5. I think that has to be right. There's no other way to do this. So 8 is going to give the even property to 4 and the high property to 9. 5 is going to give the medium property to 4 and the odd property to 9. Yes, okay, another way to think about this, which I've only just considered, is that the numbers 1 and 3 can never be the parent of a 4 because there's no property they can give it. 2 and 6 can never be the parent of a 9. And 7 can never be the parent of a 4 either. So we're left with 5 and 8 only. Okay, that's an interesting way of looking at it, actually. So now these can't be 3. I'm doing Sudoku now, which I'm much more comfortable with. We get a 3 in one of those cells. But 3 is the parent... Right, 3 can't be the parent of 8 because it's got 2 different properties. So 3 is the parent of 5 here. And 5 needs a medium parent now, and that's got to be 6. Right, and look, that's all the medium numbers here. So 6 has a medium parent, and it can't be here because of Sudoku rules in the same column. So this is its medium parent, this is its even parent, and must be 2 or 8 by Sudoku rules. Wow, okay, well we've done something. Now, what are 8's parents? We've got 1, 2, 7 and 9 left to fill in the box. Now, 1 cannot be a parent of 8 ever at all. Oh, and we've had, no, sorry, we don't have 1, 2, 7, 9. We have 1, 2, 7, 3, but we can't have a 3 here. So 1 can't be a parent of 8. So 8's parents are 2 and 7. It's getting even from 2 and high from 7. And this is now a 3, 1 pair. Right, what's this? This is either a low... If that was giving it the height, it's a low odd digit, but 1 and 3 are here, so it can't be 1 or 3. So that's not giving it the height. That's giving it the oddness, and this is giving it the height, and therefore it's not necessarily 7. It could also be another 9. Now, I don't know the 2 parents of that. What? Okay, where do I look? Here, this is the child of 3 and 6, and it can't be 5. The other medium digit is 4, but that's not odd, so it's not that. So 6 is giving it parity, and it's 2, 4, or 6. And 3 is giving it lowness, so it's 2. That's right. I'm sure that's right. Yeah. Sorry, I just have to convince myself at every step here. Now, I don't have either 2 parents or knowledge of a parent and child left to go on. Okay, but this is, right, this is not going to get mediumness from 4, so it's going to get evenness from 4. So it's 2 or 8 again, and that's a pair in the column. It's going to then get highness from here. So if that's a 2, this is going to have to be a 1. If that's an 8, this could be a 7 or 8. Now, we've got that 2, 8 property. Hang on. 2 can never be a parent of 7 because it doesn't share a property. So that's down to 1 or 8. Anyway, 2 and 8 there. So these others are all odd. What does that mean? That means that here This has to get its oddness property from here because it's going to get its highness property from here. So this is 1, 3, 5, or 7. Mind you, I've got 4 odd cells here. Now this could be getting either property from that. Pity. Oh, I've been putting off looking at these because I'm going to get confused. No, maybe not. Okay, this cell can't get its parity from here because they're all odd and that's even. So it must get its parity from here. So that's 2, 4, or 6, another even cell. I'm not going to colour this grid. I think that might confuse me even more. So it's getting its height or lowness from here, and all of those are possible. This one... lovely, yes, it's not getting its mediumness from here. So it must get parity from here, so it's a 5. Wow, and it's getting its height from here, so that's 4 or 6. And this is, well, as long as they are the same height, this is satisfied either way. Oh, rats, that means I might have run out of road here. Now this is probably getting its parity from here, but I don't know that for sure. Actually, no, I don't know it at all. Never mind, probably. Right, 5 there, so this can't be a 5. Let's do that at least. Okay, 2 has given birth to either a 1 or an 8 here. Now if this is a 1, this is even and is 6 or 8. If this is an 8, this is low and has to be 1 because 2 and 3 have been used up in the box. So what's this going to be, which is also a parent of the 2 digits here? So it's got to be high or low. It can't be medium. Right, this C's 3, 2, 5, and 8. It can't be, oh, it could be medium because there is a medium digit there. Bother, sorry. Oh, what's it going to be? 2, oh, I don't know. Do I know? Ah, okay, this can't be 6 and 8 here. The reason this can't be a pair of 6, 8 children is because they'd both be getting evenness from that. So they'd have to be getting the height from that, but 6 and 8 are different heights. One's medium and one's high. So that's not 6 and 8. One of them is a 1, and now we know about the 3, 1 pair. That's something. We're going to get a 1... somewhere here. Okay, so this is either 1, 6 or 1, 8. So maybe I can think about this parent again. If it's 1, the 1 is always getting its low quality from this. So it's got to get its parity from this. Yes, which is therefore odd and is 7 or 9 because it sees 1, 3, and 5. Okay, that's good. And 7 or 9, 7 or 9 won't let this be a 6 because neither of the possible parents could give it mediumness. Right, so that's a 1, 8 pair. Now, 7 or 9 is going to need a high digit amongst its parents. And this can't be 8 because we've got a 1, 8 pair, and it can't be 7 because we've got 2, 7 there. So its parent includes a 9, and it, the child, is a 7. So 9 is the high parent. The other one is odd. And can't be 3, 7, or 1. So these parents are 5 and 9. And this is a 4, 6 pair I can write in. Wow, okay, we're going now. This is intriguing. 3, 6, 9, that's a really annoying set, because there's a mix of parities and a mix of all the heights. 2, 5, 7, there's a mix of all the heights and a mix of the parities there. So there will be here as well 1, 4, 8. Blast. Okay, I need to think again then. Right, what are these parents of these children? I don't think there's any way of knowing. It could be any mix of 2 there would give a different mix of 2 there, I think, because there's 1 medium, 1 high, 1 low, 2 odd, 1 even, and exactly the same there. If I've understood this right, I can't do anything with that bow tie at the moment. Okay. Do I look here? Oh, okay, I've got 4 odd digits. So these can't both... In fact, I've got a 1379 quad. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so these also see 5 and 8. These are from 246, and that's a triple. Good old Sudoku gives me something. That gives me a 7 here. And that takes 7 out of this cell. We're left with a 1-3 pair. Ooh, 1-3 there. Oh, I don't know which of these is giving oddness and which is giving height. Ah, this can't be 1 or 3 anymore. Because if that was a 1-3 pair, this would have to be low, but 1 and 3 would both have been used up. So that is 7 or 9, but this can now be anything. That's weird. But we've got a 1-3 there and a 7-9 there. So one of these is 1-3 and one of them is 7-9. Whichever one is 7-9 forms a virtual pair with that one. So this is 1 or 3 and it's getting its lowness from there. It doesn't really move us forward, I think, but I'm happy enough to have discovered that. Now, we've still got 5 and an even number that isn't 2 to go here. That, unfortunately, could be either of them. Well, it couldn't be 4. 5, 6, or 8, because 4 doesn't share a property with that parent. So 5, 6, or 8. So this can't be low up here. Actually, it could be. It could be 1 or 3. Okay, that's nonsense. Right. Let's keep trying to stick to actual logic rather than insanity. I'm still avoiding this separate family tree. This one's done nothing for me. Right, let's have a look here. 2. What is 2 the child of? A low number, which isn't here. Right, that's 1, 2, or 3. And an even number, which must be here. So that is 4, 6, or 8, unsurprisingly. Now, this is low, and its low parent is not there because of the same 1, 2, 3. So its low parent is there. Oops, 1, 2, or 3. And its parity parent is here. I haven't quite used up all the odds or all the evens. That's 1 odd and 1 even. Oh, that's interesting. So that means they're not getting their parity from this parent, this child. So they must get it from there, but I don't know what that means. Okay, so this could be getting its parity from a... could be getting its lowness from there if it's a 1. Ah, hang on. We've got 2 out of 1, 2, 3 here. Right, so if these were medium and high, which I'm pretty sure would lead to these being medium and high, then we'd have 2 lows here and 4 lows in the column, and that's not possible. So I think these have to include lows both as parent and child. I think that's definitely right. It doesn't really advance us, but it takes 3 and 2 out of those cells. Oh, I've just not been really thinking about... Oh, it's got a low parent, which is either a 1 here or any low number here. The other parent is odd. See, I haven't been looking at that because I just don't think it helps me. But I'm not quite sure where to go next for help. One of those is a 1 or 3, and the other one is 7 or 9. These can't both be 7 or 9 because of that cell. It would break. Therefore, this one can't be 7 or 9 because that one couldn't be the other of 7 or 9, and neither of these parents would give it highness. So that is the 1 or 3. Good grief. I actually feel like I'm doing genetics now. I mean, I'm patently not. But anyway, so that 7 or 9 is getting its parity from this 1 or 3, and it must get its height from here. So that's an 8. Now, does that fix this? Yes, it can't be a 1 anymore. That is an 8, giving birth to another 8. We get a 1 here. Now, these two. That is giving its parity to that. So it's getting its height from here, and that's a 2. Business. Okay, that's not an 8. Ah, now these aren't the same height, so it's got to get its height from here, 4, 5, or 6. It's got to get its parity from here, and that's odd, so that's a 5. I was going to rule out 5 from there, but that's bogus. This is 4 or 6. So it's getting its height from there, it's got to get its parity from here, so 4, 6, or 8 there. Now, what have I got going in this column? Not a lot, although I haven't placed a 9. I don't see how I can do that. Is there anything I haven't finished off here? There really isn't, actually. I've understood all of these relationships on this branch and on this branch, and I'm going to have to do Sudoku later to figure out how they're being used, I think. Okay, so we got that 8, so this is a 2. Oh, that's straightforward. Now, that's getting its lowness from here, parity from here. We probably knew that. This isn't a 2 now, so it's even. Odd, I mean. It's odd. Does that help? No, it could be giving its... yes. 1 and 3 can never be the parent of 4 or 8 because they're just totally different properties. So that's a 1, that's a 3, that's a 2. Does it help? It helps totally. Now, this is I don't know what property it's getting from that. I do, actually, because this 3 needs a low parent, which is a 1. So this can't be low, so it must be giving oddness here. And this is 7 or 9. It can't be 1 because we've just put 1 in one of those two cells. Wow. Now, this 3 is getting lowness from the 2. It's going to get oddness from this, which is 7 or 9, which is going to get... Can't see another odd digit here, so it's going to get its oddness here, 5, 7, or 9, and its height here, which is, there's a 7, 9 pair, so that's 8. So this is not 8, this is 4 or 6. Now, 3 is going to get its lowness from 1 and its oddness from a 7 or 9. Yeah, that's right. And therefore... 1, 7 is looking at that cell. That's a 9. One of these has to be a 1. This becomes a 7. This is now not a 7, which is not conclusive. Now we've got 4. Oh, look, this is a naked single. 9, 1, 2, 5, 3, 7 in the row, 4, 6 in the column. That's a bizarre 8. Now, what is 8 the child of? A high digit, which is going to have to be a 7 in this box. I can place it, and an even digit, which is now 4 or 6. The 9 has sorted out this 5, 9 pair. Oh, this is so clever, really. It's an absolutely intriguing puzzle. Right, 7 there has sorted out the 9, 7. Now, this 9 has a high parent, needs an odd parent. Oh, yeah, it's not a 7, that's all I know. Oh, I was saying 9 in this column. It had to be in one of those, because I didn't spot that one. Bother. Don't think I know all the parities there, no. Oh, I've got a 4, 6 pair here. 7, 4, 6, 9, 2. So this is a naked 5. Then we've got 1, 3, 8 to place, including that cell. Now what does that 5 do? That gives us 4 or 6 here, which forms a pair here. So this is a 2, 3 pair, which looks into this box, does 1 and 3. Just genius. I'm just blown away by this puzzle. It is so interesting. Right, there's no 3 there. That's a 1, 8 pair. So if that's an 8, it needs a high parent, which is a 9, and an even parent. Okay, that can be done. If it's a 1, it needs a low parent, and that can't be done because we've got 1 and a 2, 3 pair. So that's an 8, and that's a 1. This 8 gets an even parent, which is 4 or 6, and a high parent, which is 9. And this is where 5 goes in the box. And that makes this a 7. Aha! Now we have low and medium children. So we need low and medium parents, which gives us a 9 here. Thank you, Mr. Bowtie. You came good in the end. Just doing Sudoku now. 9, 4. Yes, I can do 6 and 3. I can't do those. We don't know what order they have their children. That's not a 5. Oh, this is a 4, 6, 8 triple. Ah, that's lovely because we've got a 4, 6 pair looking at that cell. Yeah, that looks like it all works. So now I'm going to finally have to attempt this detached family tree. No, well, hang on. This is 3 or 9. That's 1 or 7. That's just Sudoku. Okay, I'm not sure how that helps. Let's find a number here that's used, that we've got some information about. There aren't many. I'm going to fill in the candidates and see if that gives us anything. And I don't think it will because there's so many candidates for all of these cells. And this one. Ah, no, this is a good one. This is 1 or 3. I didn't spot that. So this can't be 4 or 6 because they don't share any properties with 1 or 3. So it doesn't mean it's getting its lowness from that necessarily. In fact, it could be 1, 3 there and 2 here. Oh, it doesn't tell me much about this parent at all. Okay. But look, these are from 1, 2, 3, 5 as well in this column. So that is a quadruple in the box. And Sudoku, rather than genetics, does something there. Now I've got a 4, 6 pair in the column, so that's an 8. And this is both a parent and a child. It's getting evenness from there, so it needs height from here. It's giving, it can't be giving height to this child, so it's giving it parity. So the 2 in column 1 is at the top. That's a 3. And these are, this tree is finished. I mean, Sudoku's going to have to do the rest. So I've been expecting this column to give me something. It's given me a 1, 3, 7, 9 chocolate teapot quadruple. So this is 4 or 6, which is forming pairs in the box and the column. So this is 7 or 9 in the column. Oh, how are we going to untangle the rest? There's a, okay, we've got a 4, 6 pair in this row and a 7, 9 pair. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 5. I'm going to mark all the candidates now. 3, 5, 9 here. 9, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 7. So what disambiguates the rest? I'm probably missing something about one of these parent-child relationships. I can't see that I am, as much as I recast them in my mind as I go through that. Okay, let's have a look here. 1, 2, 3, 5 quad, which we knew from the other pairs. 4, 6 there. 2, 8. Oh, how on earth do we finish? I'm sure there's just one deduction to make now. And probably it's just regular Sudoku and I'm just not spotting it. In which case you are and you're shouting at me and I don't know what it is. So that's 1 or 3. What is there? What is there to disambiguate the rest of this? 2 and 5. There's no ordering that we can use for that. 1 and 7 are in these. Oh, Lord, I don't know. 7 or 9 there. So one of these is 7 or 9. Oh, no. No, I thought 5 was doing something and I don't think it is. Oh, crumbs, what? Oh, look, I've got this 4 at the top. There you go. It is basic Sudoku, as I said, and I just can't scan it. Right, that 4 gives us a 6 and 4 down here. That 4 gives us a 6 here, a 4 in this row. That fixes 6 and 4. Now that feels like all it did was the 6s and 4s and nothing else. But maybe I'm missing something else like that. Or has that really given me something? No, 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 no. Oh yes, 1 at the top. That's a 3. Oh, I just can't scan from the top to the bottom. Fried brain again. There we go. It does sometimes happen. That 3 is ruled out of these cells. So that's a 2-5 pair, and that's not a 5. This is a 3-9 pair now. Are they not resolved? No, I don't think so. Oh, come on, come on. I thought we were there now. 1, 4, 6, 8. That's a 3, 5, 7, 9 quad. Here we've got a 1, 2, 5 pair. Now this is always the cell to focus on because it's the only one with 3 candidates left. What am I missing there? It's definitely not genetics. They're all resolved. However we finish the grid. Now, one of these is a 1, and there's a 1 over here. Is there going to be some sort of Y-wing or something? No, I'm just missing something. There's a 2 here. 3, 9. These are 1, 2, 5, 7. The 7 is here. The 1 is here. The 2's up here, but 5 is dancing all around the grid, mocking me. I'm sure you can see this better than I can. Oh, I really wanted to finish this cleanly, and I am struggling now. This can't be a 9-7 pair because of that. So one of these is 9 or 7, which is obviously also true because there's only 1 in this row. Oh, come on. It also can't be a 3-5 pair because of that. Oh, I don't know. 9-7 form a sort of Battenberg, either that way round or that way round, to allow both that 9-7 and that 9-7 to exist. So 3 forms a Battenberg with 1 or 5 in that one of those patterns. That would be 3-1. That would be 3-5. It's something absolutely fatuously obvious, isn't it? I can feel you laughing at me, or just despairing of when I'm ever going to finish. It can't be genetics. They're all resolved. All the genetic things are resolved. I've only got 15 cells to do. 1, 2, 5, 7. So 1 and 7 are there. 7 there and 1 there. So one of these is 2 or 5. If it's 5, that's an X. Well, there is an X-wing. No, there doesn't have to be an X-wing there because that could be 5. Then you get 5s in those positions. Then it doesn't look good. I don't think that's right because it would give me a deadly pattern here. So what's wrong with 5s in those positions? You get 7, 1, 2, 1, 3, 9, 3. What am I missing here? Oh, good grief. I'm missing the 7 and 9 up here. I'm so sorry. I've done it again and again and again down these middle columns. Never mind. You can just pity me and my stupidity. Sometimes it just goes like that, and I'm afraid I still put out the videos as human and flawed as I am. 30 minutes exactly. Well, serves me right. I mean, I could obviously have finished that in well, I'm tempted to say 10 minutes less, but that might be exaggerating. But I'm delighted to have finished it at all, because that was mind-bending and really entertaining idea. I mean, not saying I'd like this to become a genre of puzzles, but it was very interesting for an unusual one. Thanks so much to Angelo for sending that. Thank you, as always, for watching. Hope to see you again soon on the channel, and I will say goodbye for now.